I've done it. I've prepared an intro. You ready?
Go on. I'm ready. I'm ready.
And play the kazoo. I may not be queen of the universe, but I am queen of the kazoo, darling.
And we can never take that away from you. I love that.
Hello, babes. How are you?
Oh, I love it. I'm so well, thank you. All the better for seeing you. How are you?
I'm fabulous. I'm doing great, thanks.
Oh, brilliant. Well, you
Yes,
look fabulous, so it's good to hear
in
that
my
you
little
feel it
robe.
too. I
I've
know,
got
very
a body bar.
glamorous.
Yes, at my gig
Right.
later, I'm getting changed there. So, I didn't want to have to put all the pads and tights on just for this. So,
No, yeah,
legs
you
out.
don't have to worry about that. That's the beauty of podcasts. You
Yeah.
can hide what's under the desk. We don't need to talk about that. It's fine. We see your face and we're happy with it. So that's all that
Good.
matters.
And I'm happy to see your face also.
Thank you. I'm trying my best here. I really am. I've got the ring light going. I'm doing what I can,
Me
Viola.
too.
But I have to say, congratulations for well, all that you've achieved, not just Queen of the Universe, but especially. It was so lovely to see you on the show. And obviously, as
Thanks.
a British boy myself, I was rooting for you, of course, representing the
Oh,
UK. And
cheers.
you made us proud, of course.
Good.
But
I'm
I
really
want to know
proud.
how are you feeling now after your time on the show? How was that experience for you? Take me through that special journey.
I am so proud of my experience on the show because this is kind of my first time that the world has seen me. I mean, the UK's seen me a bit, but I've only really performed in Manchester before. So to be going from like local bars in Manchester with like one or two gigs a week to international level drag, it was really, really scary. And I did feel like the most naive and the most inexperienced, and I was. But looking back on it now, I'm just like, wow, what an achievement. And what more can I do? What can I do in the rest of my drag life to to top it?
Yeah. Well, it's only up from here, Viola. So what a way to start, you know? If it's only up from there, that is a crazy big achievement. And what a way to really just push your career out there into the international world. Like it's crazy. That stage, everyone could see your talents. Do you think, obviously we know it was filmed in London, did that kind of help you a little bit as being, from even though it's in London, maybe not Manchester, do you think being in the UK it made you feel slightly more comfortable being in your home country or
Well,
not at
if
all?
if you ask the fans, they have an opinion about it.
Oh,
But I'm not sure. I think that with the audience vote, with the audience being in the UK, obviously it has those advantages. But they also voted me when it was me versus Maxi. They voted me out, so it was not like I was saved every single time. But I think when I sang "Don't Stop Me Now," at the end of the day, that is an absolute British banger. And if the audience is from the UK, then whoopsie do, I stayed. Sorry.
I think that's just intelligent of you. I mean, you know how to work the crowd, and
All,
you
all
did what
of
you did
my
on the show.
all of my performances were from queer British artists. I had Sam Smith, Freddie Mercury, Elton John, Ollie Alexander, and I'm very proud of that.
That's so true. I kind of saw that each episode, and I was like, oh great, I love this, but I didn't really put that all together, thinking that was the whole every song that you performed is true, and what a beautiful way to represent queer British culture and yourself, like you're
Yeah,
part of that. I love
yeah,
that. That's so great. And
thank you.
the fact that you were on the show at the age that you are, I mean, you're so young, and like we said, catapulting you to international fame at that age as well. How has
God.
that been? I mean, can't even process that, surely.
Well, I'd only just turned 20. I turned 20 whilst I was preparing all my outfits. In that like few weeks before I went on the show, I had my granddad's funeral. Was going through a massive breakup. I had to move flat, and it was my birthday, all in those times. And at the same time, I was racing around the UK in my car, driving to one fitting, to another fitting, to a gig that night. So what was the original question? Sorry.
I mean, you kind of answered it there. I was like, how did you even process that? It sounds like you couldn't. There was so much going on even in your
There
personal
was
life.
there was no way to process it when I got the call. telling me that I had got it, I was, you know, I was in disbelief for a good week. And then they sent over all the information about like what looks you have to bring, what songs you have to prepare, and that's when it really sunk in. And I was like, right, I am going, even if I get sent home on the week on week one, I'm going and I'm gonna go and sing this song, even if it's the only one I do. Like this is actually happening. This is not just whether I make it to the end. This is I'm on the fucking show. Sorry, I can't swear, can I? Well, can I? I don't know.
And go for it. I'm gonna let you go free
Um,
for it all.
yeah, it was really a surreal experience. And then when meeting the other queens, that's probably the last hurdle where I was like, oh yeah, okay, I am one of this cast, and this is crazy.
I
Yeah.
want to take me through that moment, Viola, meeting of the queens. What was that like? Because we don't really
So,
get to see the, the true moments on the show. It's obviously
so
edited. So what was it like for you?
So the first queen I met was Trevor, because the way that we did our first rehearsal was the first time we met all the queens was rehearsing for the opening number. So the four queens that came out originally, Tiger, Militia, Chloe, and Maxi, they all met each other first, and then the next four, and then it was me and Trevor waiting backstage. And I was like, who is this massive diva who's bellowing, who's like singing and just making so much noise, making everyone know who she is? And I'm there like a little just turned 20. Hi, my name is Viola. What's yours? And then I met everybody else. And then yeah, I was gobsmacked by everyone because the cast is so diverse. Everyone was so lovely. And I also had heard of Love Masisi, of course, from Holland. And then when I found out that Aura was on Drag Race, I was like, oh, we're up against some big girls. Not even like naming Giselle. Like
Oh
that was
yeah.
crazy. Because when I met her, I was like, wait, you're you're her, aren't you? And she was like, yes.
You're- What an icon. I mean, you were, not against, 'cause I don't think it's a competition, but you were with so many iconic big names. But now you've become one yourself from being on the show as well. So, how iconic is that? I
Crazy.
would love you mentioned some of the big names on the show there, but I'd love to know, were there any of the cast of the Queens that you really connected with the most? Is there anyone in particular that you maybe are friends with today, if not everyone?
I'm friends with all of them today. With
Ah.
the group chat's popping. I've just come off the phone with Trev. You know, the ones that I probably keep the most in contact with are Militia and Aura. Tiger and I were quite close, but now that she's, she's a bit busy. But yeah, Militia and Aura and Chloe are probably my closest ones.
Oh, I love that. I can see a little girl group forming there. Is that
Yeah.
something you could do?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do a girl group, but when singing in the bottom three on episode 5 with Tiger and Aura, when at that moment sank in, I was like, yes, this I could be going home today, but hang on a second, I am going to be singing in a trio with two of my closest girls on this whole season. And that's singing that was my best moment of the whole season, because I had looked up to Aura from the moment she opened her mouth. And obviously me and Tiger had done our duet. She was a close ally on the show. So doing that together with those two, that's the girl group that needs to be seen. Aura
Yes.
and Viola going around singing Sisters Are Doing It for Themselves, babes. That needs to be
Oh
worldwide.
yeah.
Yes,
That would be
please.
watched all around the world. I see it already. You guys touring. Oh my gosh. And that was an iconic moment. Like, I really did love that, even though, of course, for you in particular, it was emotional being in the bottom, but still making iconic TV, which is like, props to you. But talking about going home, you mentioned it, not me. Talking about going home, take me through that moment for you. How was it that, we saw it, of course, on the TV, but we don't know what's really going on in that head of
Yeah.
yours under that wig. So tell me
Well,
through that moment. Take me
well,
through it.
episode 4, there was no wig, so there's no wig to hide under.
I
Um,
wasn't. Okay, but at least you had that going for you.
um, well, my acceptance of getting eliminated really started after I walked off the stage for Don't Stop Me Now, because in that moment I had already seen Aura and Militia both perform, and with the critiques I got as well, and the way that I looked, and the way that I felt about the way I looked, I was like, this is very clearly my week to go. And I was a bit of a diva. The next time I saw all the girls, I was like, babes, we know what's going to happen. It's going to be me. I'm sorry. Let's go. Looking back on it, I should have said that, because at the end of the day, I was safe. But that's when I started uh, getting into the mindset of preparing to be eliminated. So when I got saved, I really did feel like, wow, whatever I do from here is just a bonus. Because yeah, so I went out and did It's a Sin, and I was so proud of it, and I was so happy with it. And honestly, doing that performance of It's a Sin, whether I got stayed, won the entire thing, or got sent home that week, I was so proud of my performance that week that being eliminated, it didn't bug me that much, because I thought, I'm going home on a high, and everyone loved it, and so did I.
Oh yeah. I think I have to say it was one of my favorites of yours on the show. I love the
You.
song, but you could kind of tell like in your eyes and through the performance that you had that I don't care attitude. Not that you don't care about the show, what you're doing, but just that, you were happy and proud no matter what the
Yeah,
outcome was.
yeah,
And you could really feel that.
yeah. I felt like I had been trying to be this TV personality, giving reactions and giving like just doing all the things that you think you should do when you go on TV. That as soon as that I had a taste of that going, I was like, why am I changing the way I act, or the way I sing, or the way I perform, because it's a bigger stage? No, I'm just going to perform as if I'm doing this in my bedroom. So I
Yeah.
did. And I put all of those thoughts of oh, I need to show everyone that I'm the best. I have all of that. I just put it all into my own kind of emotional um It's a Sin performance. And
And it
everyone
worked.
I've had so many comments on that performance, like, why is she so angry, or why is she so serious? And the reason I was serious was because I was like, I am gonna do these dance moves, and I'm gonna show, oh, my tits out. I am gonna show everyone that this is where I belong to be. Yeah.
And you proved it. Yeah, that is where you belonged. And that was such, yeah, like I said, it blew us away. It wasn't just me, as you said, the fan reaction, it really was like we were moved by that. And we've mentioned how you represented queer British artists, which I absolutely love. Of course, your time on the show was cut slightly short. You made it far anyway, and what you
I
did great. But yeah, absolutely. But I'd love to know, what did you have in your back pocket? What did you want to show us if you stayed to the finale? Are you able to say other
Yes.
songs that you had in mind, other artists?
Yes, yes. I'm able to say that, yes, babes.
Oh,
Um,
brilliant.
So, I mean, the UK streak would be cut short by episode 7. Episode 6 was meant to be raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. But
Ah,
how episode 6 was exposed, it was going to be me in this big gown, with like a funky raindrops, roses, whiskers
oh,
on kittens. Episode 7, Pop Diva. My Pop Diva was Olivia Rodrigo, and I was either meant to be doing Driver's License or Good for You. We hadn't really decided it yet. And then episode 8, the queer artist, I wanted to do Somewhere Over the Rainbow,
oh, no
and
way.
my showstopper. Um, Not the only reason I went for this one, but my showstopper was Memory from Cats. And with the passing of Cherry Valentine in the Manchester scene, that was a huge, gut punch to our queer community. I didn't know her at all, so I'm not going to claim any of that. But I was thinking that's a really important one, which has obviously got a big touch me. It's so easy to leave me. All that stuff, but also to kind of have a little ode to Cherry, who lip synced to that on Drag Race. That was another important thing to me. Everything had huge importance. Lay Me Down was about someone. It's a Sin was about myself. Don't Stop Me Now was about my young self. I made sure every song I was going to go and sing had some deep, meaningful memories, just so I had some, story to explain about myself.
I really love that though. You didn't just chuck a song in there because, oh, I like this song. And, you know, it really had meaning and personal meaning to you. And that's why you did so well, because you see it in your performances. You're feeling the song. And that's what, you know, that's what a singer's all about. So, yeah,
Yeah.
props to you again. You did it, girl. We loved it. We really did. But I want to move on to the judges of the show. Right. So
Yes.
I've got a little game for you. I've played it with the other girls.
Oh,
So
I've
we always
seen this.
Oh, you know what's coming then. You know what's coming. I'm gonna guess you know Kiss, Marry, Kill, because you know we used to play it in school, didn't we? Here we always play it. So we've got
Kill.
Kiss, Marry, Avoid, Duet. So you knew this was coming. So I'm
Yes,
sure
I
you have an answer. You've got the judges to
do.
choose from.
Kiss, marry, avoid, duet.
You've got it.
Right. Number one, duet has to be with Trixie
Oh yeah,
because
okay.
Trixie is a huge influence on my drag aesthetic. Normally, day to day, gig to gig, I'm a very like 60s, 70s girl. Today, you know, this is like a, and also with the eyeliner as well. It's
Oh, yeah, I see
I'm
it.
on the same wavelength as Trixie in that I don't want to look like a girl. I want to look like some sort of artistic, female-esque, plastic Barbie doll.
I love it.
Um,
You're serving it.
and also, I just want to play violin with Trixie playing the guitar and us both singing. That's my dream. And I've
Yeah.
DM'd her. I've DM'd her, you know, asking for a collab, but I've not had a reply yet.
Oh, come on,
Um,
Trixie girl. Go.
so we've got Mel, Vanessa, and Michelle. Um, Kiss, marry, avoid. I'm gonna marry Mel B because
Oh,
Mel, as much as I love Trixie, I was most excited to meet Mel B just because it's bloody Scary Spice, babes. It's Scary
yeah.
Spice. Like I listen to her on a daily basis. If it was Mel C, I would have been a bit more excited, but don't tell her that. Um,
Oh, you got one Mal at least.
oh,
Can't be too picky.
you know who my favorite Spice Girl is, and that's
Now
spoilers.
we know. We've all got our favorites. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Anyway, um, so yes, and then we've got Kiss and Avoid between Michelle and
Mm.
Vanessa.
Oh.
Now I'm gonna say I'm gonna kiss Vanessa because she was really sweet to me, and so was Michelle. But the thing is, Michelle adopted Aura into her family, Aura Eternal Visage, and I didn't get that. I was not Viola Visage. I was Viola sent home. So I'm sorry, Michelle Visage. She's gonna be my avoid.
Oh, Michelle. I'm sorry, Michelle. You know, we talked to Love Masisi this week and she also avoided Michelle. So it's not just you.
Whoopsie daisy.
There we go. Sorry, Michelle. I mean, okay, we're talking about Michelle Visage. So the question's going to come up, Viola. You are a British queen. You're much loved. You're very talented. You've been on the telly already. You've got a great
Yes.
fan base. So you see where I'm going. Could we
I do.
ever see you grace our TV screens on Drag Race UK? Because we would love to see you on there. Would you ever consider competing?
I've considered it. I've said yes, and they know I said yes. So the only thing I do have to say is this year I'm going into my third year of university now. So having done second year and Queen of the Universe in the same year, I don't think I can hack it, to be honest. So it may be you know, it may be in a year or two, but it's definitely on my bucket list, babes.
Oh, it's good to hear. Get that
And
degree first, and then bring it on to Drag Race. That's the plan.
exactly. And there's been multiple Regina Voce. She's she's in Drag Race Mexico.
That's true. That's true.
Drag Queen is hosting Brazil Drag Race. And there's been so many other girls that have been on Drag Race, and like there's Juju, there's Aura, there's Love Masisi, you know. So hopefully I can be one of those girls who is a universal girl as well as a Ru girl someday.
Yeah, we
You
love
know,
it.
the
I
other thing
mean,
is I want to win Drag Race. You know what I mean? It's like I want to have another couple years to perfect myself because I've done Queen of the Universe. I didn't win. I've now learned that I need to be so much more polished and ready for the show to win. So I'm in it to win it, babes. And if that means that I have to wait a couple of years to refine myself, then so be it.
I respect that. I think that's a great way of doing it. You're not just going to go on the show to be on the show. You want to take that crown. And I think that's,
Yes, of
fair enough.
course. Yes.
Absolutely. Also, can I just say, doing your second year of university whilst doing Queen of the Universe,
God,
round of
babes,
applause.
I've got resits.
It was
Yeah.
worth it. It's worth
Yeah,
it.
it's definitely worth it. But it was
But
the year in between first year and second year that we filmed. And yeah, this year has just been so stressful, and the show hasn't been even been announced. It's just me being like doing photo shoots and preparing for it and stuff, and just it's been taking up mental space. So hopefully I
yeah.
can put Queen of the Universe to a side for a bit and then come back to it on the weekends.
That's a good idea. And let me just say to you, I did resits and I didn't do Queen of the Universe. So, don't feel all bad about it. Like you have a reason. So, fair play to you. It's been so lovely hearing about, your journey though, Viola, because you've really, left your mark on the drag scene, not just like I said in the UK, but internationally. So please do let us know. Do you have any exciting projects you can share with us coming up? Are there anything to look forward to for you or where your fans can support you? We always love to know.
So from September onwards, I am going to be transferring my Instagram account into my portfolio account for my final year. So I study textiles. So my third year project is going to be all about drag costuming. So I'm going to be turning my Instagram feed, my profile, into more of a workspace where I kind of show workshopping on outfits, workshopping on looks, on makeup techniques, on designing, performing. I just want to like rip apart Viola and build her up again. And I think doing that through my university course and documenting it is a really unique thing for a drag queen to do, because normally drag queens are just polished and they show their best things and show everything that's new about them. But I kind of want to show my fan base, if you can call it that, the people who have decided to tap the follow button out of pity. I want to show them what goes behind um my outfits and my performances and how I create. That's my plan.